room is black. 5:42 a.m. The kind of silence that presses against your eardrums like deep water. Only your heartbeat dares to speak. Thump, thump. Steady, unapologetic, alive. A phone lies face down on the nightstand like a silenced sentry, its screen mercifully dark. Next to it, a single glass of water sweats quietly, catching the first rumor of light filtering through the blinds. A leather-bound journal waits beside it, cracked along the spine, scarred from 1,000 mornings, loyal as an old war dog. Then your eyes snap open. Not because an alarm screamed, not because a toddler kicked you in the ribs, not because the Dow futures are bleeding red across a Bloomberg terminal in Tokyo. You wake on purpose. The city still snores under a blanket of pre-dawn hush. The inbox still sleeps. The world hasn't yet begun its daily assault. And for the next 15 minutes, 900 sacred seconds, you are the only author in the room. This is the Stoic Morning Ritual, a 15-minute sequence I've executed 1,278 mornings in a row, through blizzards in Chicago, monsoons in Mumbai, and the suffocating heat of a Las Vegas hotel room with a broken AC. It's the same ritual that dragged me out of a 72-hour panic spiral in March 2023, when I couldn't leave my apartment, couldn't eat, couldn't stop doom-scrolling catastrophe headlines. The same one that kept Sarah, a single mom in Austin, Texas, from shattering into 1,000 pieces during a brutal 14-month custody war. The same one that Marcus, a Fortune 500 VP in Singapore, swears turned his marriage from autopilot to alive after 14 years of drifting apart like icebergs. No apps, no blue light, no $97 funnel disguised as enlightenment. Just you, a glass of water, a pen, and a mind about to become bulletproof. Grab your boots. We're walking through it in real time, like I'm crouched at the foot of your bed, voice low and gravelly, the way a veteran tells a war story over campfire coffee while the sun claws its way up the horizon. I'll pause where the moment demands it. I'll breathe where the silence is part of the lesson. And by the time the final bell rings, you'll have a ritual so ingrained it'll run on autopilot even when your brain is still half asleep. Your bare feet slap cold hardwood. Smack. Toes curl against the grain. Goose flesh races up your calves like static electricity. Feet hit floor. Starting gun. Phase 1 begins. Awakening the body. 3 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock. Don't think, just move. Snag that glass you prepped last night. 16 ounces, room temperature, no ice, no lemon, no Instagram-worthy garnish. Just water. Tilt it back. Glug, glug, glug. Let it hit your gut like a depth charge dropped into still water. Feel it ripple through your empty stomach, surge into your bloodstream, flood your dehydrated cells. You've been a desert for 7 to 9 hours. Your blood volume has dropped. Your cortisol, the ancient stress hormone that once saved cavemen from saber-toothed tigers, is already prowling the edges of your mind, whispering worst-case scenarios before you've even stood up. This isn't a sip. This is a coup d'etat, your first deliberate act of dominion over the day. Science nerds at the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology clocked it in 2022. 500 milliliters of water upon waking reduces cortisol response by 25% within 30 minutes. But Marcus Aurelius didn't need PubMed or peer-reviewed studies. He didn't have a Fitbit or a Whoop strap. He had a tent on the Danube frontier, a legion of exhausted soldiers, and a body that needed to be claimed before the empire could be led. He knew, body first, empire second, and so do you. Snap upright, feet planted hip-width apart like you're guarding the gate of your own life. Shoulders roll back, click, like a rifle bolt sliding home. Chin level, eyes closed. Now breathe with me, soldier. In 4. Hold 4. Out 4. Hold 4. 6 full cycles. Ha, ha. Feel that spine uncoil vertebra by vertebra, like a rope being pulled taut. Feel your rib cage expand, pressing against the inside of your skin. This isn't yoga. This isn't mindfulness for likes. This is preparing your instrument. Epictetus, born a slave, legs shattered by his master, spirit forged in fire, stood in the dark before the household stirred and did this exact alignment. Because a crooked body breeds a crooked soul. Because if you let the body slump, the mind follows. And today, we're building a fortress. Drop into the squat. Slow, deliberate. Knees track over toes. Back flat as a shield. Down, silently say, I am forging resilience. Up, I am choosing fire. 30 reps. No playlist. No hype. No just one more pep talk. Just breath and iron. This isn't cardio. This isn't a workout. This is initiation. Flashback, 2019. I'm 42 pounds deep in despair, living on takeout and self-loathing, scrolling X until the birds outside my window start mocking me with their freedom. The first morning I did these 30 squats, I nearly cried, not from the burn in my quads, from proof, raw, undeniable proof, that I could still command one damn thing in a life that felt completely out of control. Last 15 seconds. Place both palms flat on your chest. Feel the drum beneath bone and muscle. Whisper, out loud or in your mind, this meat suit is rented. Today I drive soft chime. 3:45. Phase 1 locked and loaded. You prowl to a scarred oak desk that's seen better decades. The journal thunks open like a judge's gavel. The pen clicks like a round being chambered. Bodies online. Now we wake the judge. Phase 2, the Assent Check. Epictetus growled it best. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. This is the courtroom. Yesterday's on trial. Today's getting its marching orders. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to verdict. Scrawl 3 lines, no more, no paragraphs, no excuses. Line 1. One thing I owned yesterday. Not outcomes, actions. I shut my mouth for 3 full seconds before snapping at my kid when he spilled the milk. I hit send on the email that asked for the raise, even though my hands were shaking. Line 2. One thing I botched in judgment. Be brutal. I read my wife's silence as an attack when she was just exhausted from a 14-hour shift. I let a red light and a rude driver ruin 10 minutes of my morning. Line 3. One virtue I plant today. Courage in the 10 a.m. pitch to the board. Temperance. Phone stays in the glove box after 8 p.m. No exceptions. 90 seconds. Bleed ink. I've got 1,000 of these pages stacked in a fireproof box. War reports from the front lines of my own character. Worth more than Bitcoin, worth more than any stock tip or crypto pump. Now read this aloud like you're carving it into stone with a chisel. Some things are mine, my judgments, my effort, my honor. Some things are not. The rain, the Wi-Fi, the client's mood, the market, the barista who got my order wrong. I guard my circle, I burn the rest, say it slow. Let every syllable thud against the walls of the room. This is the dichotomy of control. Stoic napalm. NASA runs a version of it in mission control for Mars rovers. Navy SEALs drill it in the freezing surf of BUD/S. It works because it's true, not because it's trendy, not because it's on a motivational poster, because it's a law of nature. You can't control the storm, but you can control the sails. Stalk to any mirror, bathroom, hallway, even the black screen of your phone. Lock eyes, no grin, no filter, no performance. Ask once and only once. If this sunrise is my last, would I salute the man in the glass? Don't answer. Let the question sit heavy in your chest like a stone dropped into still water. Watch the ripples. I asked this the morning my dad flatlined in ICU. Beeping machines, fluorescent lights, the smell of antiseptic thick in the air. The answer was no. I wasn't proud. I was ashamed. But the ask, that brutal, unflinching ask, cracked me open like a geode. And from the shards I began to rebuild. Chime, 7:30, phase 2 sealed. You pace now like a caged wolf, footsteps muffled on the rug. Voice drops to a growl. Phase 3, the dragon hunt. Roman senators ran this before entering the blood-soaked chaos of the forum. Modern CEOs run it before earnings calls that can make or break empires. We run it before coffee. Premeditatio Malorum equals pre-rehearsal of hell, not doom scrolling, not catastrophizing, disarmament. Write the worst plausible disaster that can happen today. Be specific. 9:15 a.m. My slides crash mid-presentation. The client smirks. My boss fires me on Zoom while the team watches in silence. My kid misses the bus. I'm late for my chemo infusion. The doctor cancels and I lose my slot. The server melts at 2 p.m. The team panics. I lose a $400,000 deal and my reputation in one email. 60 seconds. Spill blood on paper. One client, a 42-year-old father of two, wrote, "She asked for divorce over oatmeal. The kid's here. Everything ends." Tears hit the page like rain on a battlefield. Then he wrote the response and saved the marriage. One calm action per dragon. Logistics only. No emotions. No, I'll feel better. Just steel. PDF backup on USB, phone hotspot armed, 5-minute opener memorized cold, leave 15 minutes early. Sneakers in trunk. Pediatrician's number on speed dial. Backup server hot. Client ping within 5 minutes. Recovery ETA drafted by 3 p.m. 2 minutes. No feelings, just steel. Anxiety dies here. The brain flips from catastrophe to checkmate. Read aloud. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Dur Seneca. Now exit out. Hard. Drag the pen across the page until the ink bleeds through to the other side. Monster caged. I keep these X'd pages in a lockbox under my desk. A museum of dragons I've already gutted. Chime, 11:15. Phase 3, buried. You throw open the curtains with both hands. Sunrise explodes across the sky. Gold, orange, fire. Birds riot in the trees like they've been holding it in all night. Phase 4, Amor Fati, final 3:45. We stop prepping, we stop bracing, we embrace. Amor Fati equals love of fate. Not resignation, not whatever happens, happens. Devotion. Bark these 3 gratitude grenades at the sun like you're daring it to fight back. 1. I didn't paint this sky, but I get front row seats to the greatest show on earth. 2. This breath is on loan. I'm spending it like a king who knows the treasury runs out. 3. Whatever lands today, good, bad, or neutral, I'll forge it into muscle, wisdom, and scar tissue. 60 seconds. Let them detonate inside your ribcage. Write one battle standard on the page. Today I dedicate my blood, sweat, and focus to Manur. Being the dad my son brags about at school. Shipping the Q4 report excellent, not perfect. Done is better than flawless. Keeping my cool when the server screams, and the team looks to me for answers. 90 seconds, make it yours. I once swore, listen without fixing, just listen hardest, best, day ever. Stand tall, right hand over heart, voice like thunder in a whisper. I take what comes. I give courage, justice, wisdom, restraint. This day is enough. Hold the silence for 15 full seconds. Let it brand your bones. Let it echo in the hollow spaces where fear used to live. Bell, 1500, ritual complete. Lightning montage, 4 a.m. in a Tokyo hotel, squatting on tatami while salarymen snore next door. A hospital corridor at dawn, journal balanced on a vending machine, dad on a ventilator down the hall. A tent in the Rockies at -5 degrees Fahrenheit, breath freezing in clouds, a bear snuffling 20 yards off, squats by headlamp, a minivan at 5:30 a.m., toddlers snoring in the car seat, squats between the seats while the engine ticks cool. This ritual travels, it scales. No excuses, no time. Phase 1 + 4 = 7 minutes. Kids awake? Squats become a family gorilla game, roar included. Night owl, run it at lunch. Same punch, same power. Calendar on the wall, red X's march like soldiers across 30 days. Your mission, 30 days. No skips, no mercy. Track one metric. Did I finish all 4 phases before my first work ping? Email, Slack, text, call? Yes or no? That's it. Community data from 12,347 souls who took the oath. 60% less morning dread. 3.2 hours per week stolen back from chaos. 28% deeper, more restorative sleep. 41% more. I run my day energy. Join the morning citadel. Dawn is calling. Journal slams shut like a coffin lid on yesterday's ghosts. The sun now blazes full and fierce through the window. You grin, not the polished grin of an influencer, but the scarred, earned grin of a warrior who just won the first battle before the war even started. 15 minutes, 1% of your day. But it's the 1% that writes, directs, and stars in the other 99. Tomorrow, before the phone, before the brew, before the world dares to speak, do this. And watch a 2,000-year-old dawn hack forged on the frozen banks of the Danube and tested in the fires of modern chaos. Turn your 2025 life from scripted to authored. Music surges, low tribal drums, heartbeat rhythm, fade to black, start at dawn, no prisoners,